Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy AKMans12 here, coming to you guys with some Black Ops 3 gameplay for you guys today. As I'm doing this commentary, the game has been released in, I believe, Australia and New Zealand areas of the world. So pretty much, the game is not out on the East Coast, but I have had the game for a while. I actually got the game early from a friend of mine who has a hookup in the Bronx. So I managed to get the game early for a fairly decent price as well. And I've been learning the maps, learning some of the guns, what some of the best class setups are, and I figured I should make a video on how to prepare for Black Ops 3, what are the most effective ways of leveling up, and how to improve your game, pretty much how to be successful in Black Ops 3 as a player. Now, not only is this going to cater to the pub stompers, but it's also going to cater to the average players, people who don't take the game seriously, or anybody who just likes to play to have fun. So, starting off, the map that I'm playing on right now is the Combine map, which is part of the beta. This is actually beta footage. I don't have any decent gameplay that I've gotten so far because every game I've played so far has been Anaheim. If you don't understand that joke, then look it up. But pretty much, some of the best ways of leveling up right now is exactly what I'm doing. Now, this gameplay is a 76 kill non-lethal, I believe it is. I think it's 76 or 72, something like that. But using non-lethal streaks, if you want to level up as quickly as possible, hit that 10th prestige most efficiently, use non-lethal streaks. Now, Hardpoint is one of the best game modes to play right now, but as of now, there aren't that many people on the game because it's not out everywhere. Once the United States gets the game, then there'll be a lot more players. But as of now, if you have the game and you're trying to level up really fast, I strongly recommend that you go play Domination because there's a lot more players in there, and also there are a lot more players inside of TDM, since everybody plays TDM for some odd reason. Not very big on that game mode, but regardless, using non-lethal streaks is going to improve your score per minute. It's going to help you get all that XP that you want, because as you can see, these points are just flying up on my screen. For every kill that my teammates get, I get an assist for that, even a counter UAV assist and a hater assist. It's just a ridiculous amount of points. And also, the Scythe is the specialist upgrade that I'm using in this video, and the Scythe is just ridiculous, man. I feel like they nerfed this thing in the from the beta, because I was using it inside of the game itself, and it felt like it was a little bit nerfed, but regardless, the game is still a lot of fun, and I'm having a blast on this game. Also, playing in parties is another way to level up efficiently, but that can be a good thing and a bad thing. If you're playing with parties who are like average players, they don't really take the game seriously, it can be good on your end because of the fact that you can get a lot more points, but it can also be bad if you're playing with like really good players who like go try hard, full try hard on the game, and they get a ton of points. That can be a problem. Also, some other things when it comes to leveling up is use whatever you're comfortable with in regards to like guns and stuff like that. You never want to catch yourself. You don't go trying out different guns that you're not familiar with. I mean, if you want to go ahead and try out guns, by all means go ahead. But so far, some of the powerhouse weapons are the HVK weapon, the KN44 weapon, which is used to be the ARC 7, I believe, and the M8 is decent, but it did get nerfed, so it's not the greatest. And for those who don't know, actually the Razorback was nerfed, and it's actually one of the last unlocks in the game. I don't know why they felt the need to do that, considering it got nerfed already, but I guess that was to prevent people from using it a ton. So pretty much the Razorback is one of the last unlocks, so I have not seen anyone that is a high enough level to actually unlock that. Rejack is useless, by the way, so don't waste your time using that specialist ability. Pretty much the grenade launcher one, the one that shoots like the nanotech swarm thingy, is pretty good as well, and also the Scythe are some of the top tier specialist abilities. Annihilator is good as well, and also the flamethrower is pretty decent. I have not used it at all yet, but regardless, I think that is pretty good. Now, moving on to some of the maps are pretty decent. I'm actually enjoying a lot of the maps in the game. I don't have the names memorized like I normally do in most CODs. I'm sure I'll memorize it later down the road. But for now, one of my favorite maps is actually a map that looks like firing range, but it plays a lot like Octane. I posted this on Twitter. I believe the map is called Fringe or something like that. Fringe or Frange. It's something like that. I can't exactly remember the name. Still learning the names. Also, another map that I've seen quite a lot. It's very, very linear. I can't remember the name of it, but it's sort of gray looking. Has like 3 lanes. It has the H layout. If you're not familiar with the H layout, a lot of COD games have this H layout where there's 3 certain lanes, and then there's a middle lane that crosses between both of those. A lot of the maps play like those, which is a very good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. Now, moving on to some of the game modes. The game modes we have are Safeguard, pretty much the newer game modes I'll focus on. We have Safeguard. Gun Game is making a return. You know, most of the party game modes are pretty much all in the game, pretty much, and there aren't that many people in them. I haven't actually tried them yet, so I don't know what they're like. But regardless, there are more people playing Domination and TDM than anything, so I definitely recommend going into those game modes if you're starting off in the game. Now let's talk about weapon balance. What are some of the top tier weapons that everybody's going to be using? Well, for people starting off on the game, I'm going to be focusing a lot on the starter weapons because people don't have, it's going to take a long time for you to unlock some of this stuff. So starting with the Kuda. The Kuda is one of the best SMGs so far in the game. It's a high fire rate, it hits like a truck, and it does have a bit of some kick to it, so you're going to have to try and figure out that recoil on your own. But it is a very good starter weapon. The VMP is another high fire rate, high accuracy weapon as well. If you're able to control some of the vertical recoil, it's a very good gun. The Weevil is pretty bad in my opinion. I don't enjoy it. Vesper, not that good at all. There's another gun called like the Pharaoh. I don't have any experience with that gun, so I can't really speak for it that much. And the Razorback, obviously everyone knows of that, but apparently it's been changed from the beta, so it's the last unlock, so I have yet to know what that gun is capable of as of now. Assault rifles, the HVK, I forgot the last part of it. It's like HVK something. It was in the beta. It's a very good weapon, but it does have a weird recoil pattern. It does have high damage, very similar to the Scar H, so it's a pretty good gun, but it does have a weird recoil pattern. But once you figure that out, it's a very good gun. Another assault rifle that is really good is the, what is it called? The KN94. I was about to say KN94. The KN44, which is we used to be the ARC-7, is a very good weapon as well. You're gonna want to use that. I believe it's the first assault rifle that you unlock in the game, so it's certainly something that you're gonna want to try out if you're first starting off in the game. Another good attachment. I'm going to talk about attachments. Some of the attachments in the game that are really good. Stock, I feel like got changed a little bit. It got changed for the better, in my opinion. The stock feels a little bit like a better option now, which is a good thing, so I'm pretty happy about that. But some of the other attachments, quick draw is really good. I don't really see a need for fast mags, but if you want to use it, go ahead. Oh, there's one more weapon that I have to talk about that I actually forgot. The XR2. This might be the new M8. This gun is ridiculous. It is like a 2-3 shot kill at all ranges, pretty much. I know 2 shots is probably exaggerating, but that gun just melts. Like, I was using it with no attachment, straight up naked. That gun was literally melting everybody. If you go into like live streams and everything, you see people using that gun, it's ridiculous. It's literally one of the most powerful guns in the game. Man of War is another great gun as well. I don't have it unlocked yet. They actually made it like one of the last unlocks in the game. It's pretty much like, oh, look at that 5-man feed, beautiful. But that gun's is actually the last unlock. Not the last unlock, one of the last unlocks. The Man of War, as long as the Shiva as well. I think that was like a scout rifle, or what is it called, marksman rifle, whatever you want to call it. I've been playing too much Destiny, but that is another good gun as well. The M8A7, I haven't really used it that much because it's the last unlock. I didn't really use it that much in private match either, but it's still, I have a feeling it's still a very good gun, but nothing compares to the XR2 right now. You're gonna want to use the XR2 once you get it unlocked. I think it's the 2nd or 3rd assault rifle unlocked, but regardless, I'm gonna leave you guys to the rest of the gameplay. Expect to see tons of gameplay, tons of live streams. I do have work tomorrow on the day of release, but I will be doing a late live stream of the game once it comes out. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Let me know if you have any Black Ops 3 questions, and it is your boy AK signing out. Peace.